Welcome back to Travel Show Live. Well, we got to class up the joint a little bit. We have to behave ourselves. Lynn Minges is here. She's the Assistant Secretary for Tourism for the entire state. Well, you must cover a lot of ground every day.
We do cover a lot of ground. Our state is 543 miles from end to end, from the mountains in the western part of the state to the coast.
Now, I think that's where we should start there, because some people don't realize you basically divide up the state into like 3 regions, right?
We do. There are 3 very distinctly different geographic regions: the mountains, the Piedmont, and the coast.
All right, let's go one by one just a little bit. Give us a little sample, especially to somebody that really doesn't know a lot about your state. And I know a lot of people are coming to visit.
They are.
Because aren't you guys like one of the fastest growing states in population, like in east of the Mississippi? You are, right?
We're fast growing in terms of population, but also in terms of visitation.
That's great.
I think the fact that we're located in the very central part of the East Coast makes it pretty easy for folks to get to our state.
And what happens is they come down and visit for the first time, and they say, I think we're just going to have to move here.
And they do that.
And then they do.
They do that. And then they bring friends and family. So
that's what we like. We like that. All right, so we start in the mountains. What are we going to see while we're there?
Well, in the mountains of North Carolina, we have the highest mountain peaks east of the Mississippi River.
Okay.
And so they're beautiful natural scenic vistas. The Blue Ridge Parkway is in the western part of our state.
Right.
It covers a tremendous amount of territory.
Gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. And this year it's celebrating the 75th anniversary.
Oh, I didn't know that was this year. 2010. Oh, that's so cool.
And so this is the year to visit the Blue Ridge Parkway, or the mountains of North Carolina, because throughout the mountain region there are all kinds of festivals and music venues and food events and a lot of exciting things happening just around that 75th.
And then we're going to move into the Piedmont.
The Piedmont. Well, if you haven't heard about ACC football and basketball, Duke and Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Yeah, if you haven't heard about that, just turn your computer off, because really, we've got a lot happening down there.
So we have a lot of exciting sports going on in the central part of the state. The Charlotte Panthers, Carolina Panthers, we should say, but we claim them in North Carolina. They are in North Carolina.
They are. Good.
So a lot happening. Vibrant cities. Charlotte is one of the most vibrant cities, I think, emerging cities in the South.
Absolutely.
Great. A lot of exciting things happening. This year we'll open, in fact in April, we'll open the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. And so we want folks to come there and learn about a lot about NASCAR heritage.
Now, see, there's something that people always say to me, tell me, especially reporters, especially in New York, but don't tell them. They get a little jaded, They say, oh, come on, tell me what's new. I've been there, done it. That's one of those things. That'll be a terrific draw for people.
Right. Wonderful.
Even if you don't care about NASCAR.
Right.
$5 says if you don't care, you'll still have a great time.
Yeah, I got to admit, I'm not a huge NASCAR fan.
That's okay.
But when you go to a race, you just become enamored with it. The drivers are also accessible. They'll come out, shake your hand.
Right.
They'll let you sit in their car, and you're like, wow, this is a professional sport, and it's all very accessible. And most of those drivers, it's interesting to note, make their home in North Carolina.
I didn't know that.
So you can go and drive up and visit their shops and watch them build the very cars that you'll see racing around the tracks all over America.
And some of them make wine while they're at it.
Too. Richard Childress is one of those. In fact, we're sipping a little bit of his wine here tonight.
I did my homework. That's right.
We have 90 wineries in the state. 90
I didn't know
wineries.
That many.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, now, and then into the coast, of course.
In the coast, we have over 300 miles of barrier islands that dot our coastline. And I think the interesting thing about our coast is they're quaint fishing villages, wonderful natural, unspoiled areas. The National Seashore is there. That's some 85 miles of coastline that's really unprotected, undeveloped. And so you can literally drive your 4-wheel drive. You can rent a 4-wheel drive and drive out on the beach and watch birds and fish and picnic and camp right there on the beach. And you may not see another human being all day.
I like that. Now, time of year to visit, in your opinion, what's your favorite?
I think the best thing about North Carolina is it's a great 4-season destination. You knew I was going to say that.
I did, but that's okay. I'm interested to hear why.
Yeah, but I think spring is a wonderful time. Not a lot of folks come in the spring. That's our softest season.
That's great.
But and so you can get some great deals there in the spring, particularly along the coast. You can get a great value on a beach house there, and you can a lot of times expect 85-degree weather in April. So come on down.
What do you like most about your job?
I wake up every morning and my feet hit the floor, and I'm very excited about what I've got to do.
Yeah.
We have a great state. It's so diverse that my job's pretty easy. Actually, selling the state of North Carolina, I'm passionate about what I do, and I think that shows. I love the state, and we love having visitors come.
Thank you, Lynn, very much.
Thank you so much. Great to see you. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you. We'll be back right after this.
Thank you.